All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody, as we're getting set for the second of our 4 wildcard playoff games today. Next up, it's the AFC wildcard matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers finished the regular season at 8-8 and managed to win their division. That's how weak the AFC Central was, but they just made it. You have to be at least 500 to make the playoffs, and they did. And they won a very weak division. The Baltimore Ravens, the defending Super Bowl champions, managed to somehow back into the playoffs with an 8-8 record. All right, and they beat Miami on the last week of the regular season to earn that final wild card spot. So we have a battle of two 8-8 teams that somehow managed to make the playoffs. The Steelers as division champs and the Ravens as the number 6 seed in the wild card. If Baltimore wins this game, they will play at the Jets tomorrow night in the divisional round. If the Steelers win, they will play at the Raiders tomorrow night in the divisional round. Evil Dead is now 127-81. He's 26 games over, make that 46 games over 500. Just needs 4 more to get to 50. TMG is 16-11. Missed the last game. And TMG is taking the Ravens in this one. We'll find out who Evil Dead will take here in just a second. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Pittsburgh for this one. Ravens Steelers here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into AccuSure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's the AFC Wildcard. The Ravens and the Steelers. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. We got a break on the weather. Mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the 40s. Not bad for Pittsburgh in January. Both these teams are 8-8, made the playoffs somehow. Evil Dead's going with Pittsburgh. All right. So he's going against TMG again. Pittsburgh will get the opening kickoff. We're underway live from the Steel City. From the 3-yard line on the return, this is Talbert. And Brian Talbert out to the 28-yard line, and that's where the Steelers will have it 1st and 10. The second year back out of Kentucky. Tony McAvenue, the starting quarterback in his 3rd year out of Washington State. He led the Steelers to the AFC Central title this season, albeit with an 8-8 record. This is the first time in sim season history that 2 playoff teams have been 8-8 playing against each other. It's never happened before. First and 10 from the 28, McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws, and it's dropped. James Goodwin dropped the crossing pattern, incomplete by 2nd and 10. Steelers at their own 28-yard line. The Steelers may be 8-8 coming in, but they're the number 3 seed because they won their division. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. McAvenue under center. McAvenue hands off to Mike Marshall. Marshall gets outside. Marshall out to the 29. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 10. Steelers' first playoff appearance in 4 seasons. It's been a while, but they're back. Ravens, of course, the defending Super Bowl champions. But they stumbled out of the gate and finished with an 8-8 record. Backed into the playoffs. 3rd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Everybody in tight. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws downfield. Caught by Kenneth Berry out to the 50-yard line. No, the Ravens are in the AFC East. and the Steelers in the AFC Central. They're not in the same division. My divisions are more geographical when I can. First and 10, Pittsburgh from midfield. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue hands off to Marshall again, and Marshall makes his way down to the 45, a gain of 5 into Raven territory. First down, Pittsburgh. On the tackle, number 95 for the Ravens. I don't see a 95. We'll come back to that one. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line. Steelers come out. McAvenue under center on 2nd down. McAvenue to Marshall. And Mike Marshall again out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, and that'll be a Steeler first down. Ron Shanklin got injured on the play. He'll go to the sideline. Mike Marshall, the 4th-year back out of California, Berkeley. First down, Pittsburgh at the Raven 40-yard line. If the Steelers win, they'll play at the Raiders tomorrow. If the Ravens win, they'll play at the Jets tomorrow. Ravens the number 6 seed. The Steelers the number 3 seed. In the offset eye, McAvenue under center, 1st and 10. McAvenue, play action. McAvenue looking, rolls out, throws, caught on the sideline by Marshall out of the backfield down to the 31-yard line, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. Opening drive of the ball game here in the AFC Wildcard. Steelers have worked down to this Raven 31-yard line in the I formation. McAvenue to Marshall. And Marshall close to the marker. He's got it. He got enough. First down, Pittsburgh. The Ravens would have to make the Super Bowl as a 6th seed and win it for us to have a repeat champion for the first time in 12 seasons. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws deep. Out of bounds. Kenneth Berry, the tight end, was out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10. We have not had a repeat champion since Sim Season 22. It's been a while. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. In the I formation. McAvenue fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it deep downfield, and it's a bit underthrown and batted down by Isaac Young, the safety. He should have caught it in his 5th year out of West Virginia, and that'll be 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Steelers come out on 3rd down. McAvenue in the shotgun. 3rd and 10 from the 30. McAvenue looking. Throws. Caught. Making the catch. That's Ron Golden, the rookie out of San Jose State. Getting the rookie involved. A 12-yard gain down to the 18-yard line. Out of San Diego State. I'm sorry, not San Jose, San Diego State. First down, Pittsburgh at the Raven 18-yard line. Boy, they went down on the depth chart on that one. In the I formation, 1st and 10. McAvenue under center. McAvenue looking. Throws outside. Caught by Berry. And Kenneth Berry down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Berry, the 3rd-year tight end out of Nevada. Opening drive of the game. Steelers on the move. They've worked it down to the Raven 13-yard line. 4 wide for Pittsburgh. McAvenue in the shotgun on 2nd and 5. Berry in motion. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws. Caught by Berry underneath. And Berry down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 11. First down, Steelers. First and goal for Pittsburgh at the Raven 2-yard line. Opening drive of our AFC wildcard game. First and goal from the 2. McAvenue under center. McAvenue to Marshall. Marshall down to the 1. Again of a yard. It'll be second and goal. The Raven defense swarming on the tackle there. Second and goal from the 1 yard line. Steelers come out. McAvenue in the shotgun. Single back in the backfield. Second and goal. McAvenue to Marshall again. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He broke the plane. A 1 yard touchdown run by Mike Marshall. The 4th year back out of California, Berkeley. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff, march down the field, and get a field goal. Or get a field goal. Get a touchdown. What am I thinking? And now Garrett Brown for the extra point. Evil Dead likes that. Opening drive. Brown for the PAT. Kick is up. And good. Steelers lead it 7-0. Wow, a 14-play, 71-yard drive to start the game. Kapow, Evil Dead says. Our AFC Wildcard playoff game, live from Acusure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, here on Jammin' Sports. The second of 4 games. After this, we'll head out to Santa Clara. It'll be the Lions and the 49ers. NFC Wildcard. There's the kick. From the 4 yard line on the return. This would be Woody Marks, the running back, the rookie out of USC, as he brings it out for Baltimore, out to the 28 yard line. And Key Harris, the starting quarterback for the Ravens in his 3rd year out of Grambling State. For a while there, we didn't think either the Rams or the Ravens would make the playoffs. Last season's 2 Super Bowl teams. But the Ravens, the door was opened when the Bills lost, and it opened the door for the Ravens to get in. And the Bengals lost too. 1st and 10 from the 28. Harris in the shotgun. 4 wide. Harris back. Harris throws downfield. Caught. Making the catch. Maurice Taylor down to the 40 yard line of the Steelers. It's a 32-yard gain. First down, Baltimore. Down to the Steeler 40 yard line. The Ravens strike and strike quickly deep. Mostly sunny but cold afternoon here in Pittsburgh. Could be worse. Early January, could be snow on the ground. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 40 yard line. Harris hands off to Woody Marks, and Marks inside the 30, and Marks down to the 21 yard line. A gain of 19 for the rookie out of USC. Woody Marks, their 1st round draft pick. Ben DeRise, the safety, came up and made the tackle. DeRise in his 6th year out of New Mexico State. 1st and 10, Baltimore from the Steeler 21 yard line. 4 wide, Harris in the shotgun. Taylor in motion. Harris fakes the handoff, throws out to Marks, and Marks gets hit for a 1 yard loss as Ivory Whiteside, the rookie linebacker out of Alabama A&M, comes up and makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 11 for Baltimore. Ravens trying to tie it up on this drive. 2nd and 11 from the Steeler 22. Harris, play action, gets sacked. Back at the 27 yard line, Cam Hayward, the 12th year defensive end out of Ohio State, a loss of 7. It'll be 3rd and 17 back at the 27 yard line. Under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Steelers up 7-0. And now the Ravens come out 5 wide. Harris in the shotgun on 3rd down. Harris throws a screen that goes nowhere. Lawrence Burns makes the catch. He loses a yard back to the 29 yard line. It'll be 4th and 18. The Steelers read that one beautifully. Coming up to make the tackle, not even being blocked, was Michael Miller, the safety, in his 7th year out of Florida State. Rob Belton will come on. This will be from 46 yards to get the Ravens on the board. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Ravens score, but the Steelers still lead it 7-3. .122 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from Acrisure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our AFC Wildcard playoff game here at Jammin' Sports. If you missed our first playoff game today, the Cowboys destroyed the Giants 31-7 in the NFC Wildcard. That game is being posted to YouTube as we speak. Henry Jackson will kick off from the 6-yard line. Bringing it back for the Steelers, number 84. That's Brent Roper. Brings it out to the 24-yard line. Tony McAvenue will come back out to lead the offense. Steelers up 7-3 with 1:19 left in the first quarter. The second of 4 games for you here today. 4 wide for the Steelers. McAvenue under center on 1st and 10. McAvenue drops back, throws outside and caught. No, dropped by Berry. Incomplete. Aaron Westbrook, the linebacker, had the coverage in his 3rd year out of Florida. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. Steelers come out 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Hands off to Marshall, and Mike Marshall around the outside. And Marshall picks up 8 out to the 32-yard line. Vince Ellington came up, made the tackle, the defensive back. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Pittsburgh. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Steelers up 7-3. 5 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun on 3rd down. McAvenue looking. Throws downfield. It's knocked down. Incomplete. Broken up by Benton Hall, the linebacker, the rookie out of Purdue. And that'll bring up 4th down. So Cody Meyer will come in to punt for Pittsburgh with 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Meyer gets the punt away. And that'll be fielded at about the 24-yard line. Brought it back to the 31. On the return there, Maurice Taylor. And now Key Harris comes back out to lead the offense, the quarterback. 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Steelers up 7-3 in the AFC wildcard. Ravens come out on 1st and 10. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking, throws underneath, and incomplete. Looking for Lawrence Burns. It was broken up by Jake Craven, the 7th-year defensive back out of Ohio State. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. 5 wide for Baltimore this time. Harris in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Marks in motion. Harris throws outside to Marks down the sideline. And Woody Marks out to the 46. It's a 23-yard gain by Woody Marks on the swing pass. Well executed play for the Ravens. All the way down to the Pittsburgh 46-yard line. 15 seconds left. They should have time for one more play. 4 receivers wide. Harris in the shotgun on 1st down. Harris drops back. Harris throws underneath. And that's caught by DeMarcus Dixon. And that's the end of the first quarter. Steelers up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Acrisure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Monongahela and the Allegheny form the Ohio River. There, we got that in. 2nd and 7 for the Ravens as we start the second quarter at the Steeler 43-yard line. Steelers up 7-3. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris throws underneath, and that's caught by Griffin Wright, the tight end, down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 14 for Baltimore. And a Raven first down, but he got shaken up on the play. The 6th-year tight end out of Montana. Ravens down to the Steeler 29-yard line. Our AFC Wildcard playoff game here this afternoon. We'll have the Lions and the 49ers in the NFC Wildcard after this. 1st and 10 for the 29. Harris in the gun. Harris hands off to Marks. And Woody Marks to the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Garrison on the tackle. James Garrison, the rookie linebacker out of Tennessee. 2nd and 8 for Baltimore at the Steeler 27. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. In motion is Williams. Harris in trouble. He's going to get sacked back at the 33-yard line. A loss of 6. Eldon Burns, the linebacker, on the sack in his 5th year out of UNLV. It'll be 3rd and 14 for Baltimore at the Steeler 33-yard line. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris in the gun, single back. Harris draws back. Harris throws down the middle, caught by Maurice Taylor, down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 22 yards for Taylor, the 6th-year receiver out of Oregon State. And that'll be a Baltimore first down. The veteran receiver, Maurice Taylor, helping the Ravens get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 for the Steeler 11. 6:38 and counting here in the half. In the I formation, Harris under center. Harris to Marks around the outside. And Marks picks up 3, maybe 2, to the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead here on this Sunday, this Father's Day. I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. On 2nd down from the 8-yard line, Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Marks, gets outside, and Marks down to the 1-yard line, a gain of 7. He picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Woody Marks. 5:45 left to play here in the half. Ravens knocking at the door. Everybody in tight. Single back. Harris in the gun. Going to take it himself. A quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 1-yard touchdown run by Key Harris. 3rd-year quarterback out of Grambling State takes it himself. Gets the touchdown. And the Ravens go up 9-7. With the extra point to come. And now Rob Belton will come on for the PAT. Snap, kick is up. Kick is good. Ravens lead at 10-7. 5:39 left to play here in the first half. Live from Acrisure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our AFC Wildcard playoff game. The Ravens lead the Steelers 10-7. If the Ravens win, they'll play at the Jets tomorrow night. If the Steelers come back and win, they'll play at the Raiders tomorrow night. And now Henry Jackson will kick off for the Ravens. Up by 3. From the 6-yard line, Talbert on the return for the Steelers. Over the 25 and out to the 28-yard line. Brian Talbert. First down, Pittsburgh. These two teams played during the regular season in Pittsburgh. It was relatively recently. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. It was... No, I still haven't found it yet. 1st and 10 for the 28-yard line. 4 wide. McAvenue hands off to Mike Marshall. He's going to lose a yard. Back to the 27-yard line. Benton Hall, the rookie out of Purdue, on the tackle. When did Pittsburgh play the Ravens? I thought it was relatively recent. Well, maybe not. 2nd and 11 for the Steelers to come out in the I formation. McAvenue looking. McAvenue, thank you. Out to Marshall, he drops it. Did I overlook it in week 12? No, in week 12, Baltimore played Miami. Let's see. It was back in week 10. Actually, the Ravens won that game 26-23. On 3rd and 11, McAvenue throws and gets it out to Eddie Terrell out to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 18 yards on a 1st down. Eddie Terrell, the 2nd-year receiver out of North Carolina State. So now the Steelers trying to retake the lead. 4 wide for Pittsburgh. McAvenue under center from their own 45-yard line. McAvenue hands off to Mike Marshall, just pushing the pile forward. 7 yards out to the Raven 47-yard line. 1st down Steelers. 4:25 and counting here in the 1st half. Steelers trying to get revenge for the regular season loss to the Ravens. McAvenue on 2nd and 3 from the 47-yard line. McAvenue hands off to Marshall again. And Marshall picks up the 1st down out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 1st down Pittsburgh. 4 minutes left to play here in the 1st half. Steelers come out 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun on 1st down. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws down. Oh, it's knocked down, almost intercepted by number 54, Benton Hall, the rookie linebacker out of Purdue. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. 3:41 left in the half. That'll stop the clock. Ravens lead at 10-7. AFC Wildcard. McAvenue in the shotgun at 2nd and 10. McAvenue to Marshall. And Marshall to the 41, a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Hall on the tackle again for the Ravens. 3:25 left in the half. Pittsburgh comes out 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun on 3rd and 7. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws it away. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. This would be a 58-yard field goal if they want to try it. I wouldn't try it. Not in a wild card playoff game. They're going to punt. Cody Meyer back to punt for Pittsburgh. Ravens are going to get the ball back with over 3 minutes left to play in the half. The punt is away, aiming for the sideline, and that's going to be a 13-yard punt. Quality. Down to the 28-yard line. Not his best effort. 1st and 10, Baltimore now. They'll have it at their own 28-yard line. 3:07 left to play in the half. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Harris fakes the handoff inside, rolls out, in trouble, is going to take off, and slides at the 31-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Under 3 minutes left here in the half. Second and 8 for the Ravens at their own 31. 4 receivers set wide. Harris in the shotgun. taking his time. Harris drops back. Harris got good protection, throws, and gets it out to Griffin Wright, the tight end, out to the 42-yard line, a gain of 11. And that'll be a Baltimore first down. 2:20 left to play here in the half. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Four wide for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun on 1st and 10. As we hit the 2-minute warning here at Acrisure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, our AFC Wildcard playoff game here at Jammin' Sports. 1st and 10 from the 42, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Wright in motion. Harris fakes the handoff, throws outside as Chapman, the tight end, making the catch. Denard Chapman down to the 47-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Chapman in his second year out of Brown University. Neither team taking a timeout. 1:40 left. 2nd and 4 for the Ravens at their own 47. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Chapman in motion. Harris draws back. Harris looking. Throws. And is caught by Lawrence Burns out to the 36-yard line of the Steelers. It'll be a gain of 17. Burns, the 7th-year receiver out of Oregon State. And that's a Baltimore first down. Ravens trying to increase their lead before halftime. They're up by 3. A touchdown would make it a 2-score game. 1st and 10 Baltimore from the Steelers 36. 1:10 and counting. Ravens come out. Harris in the shotgun. Chapman in motion. Harris fakes the handoff. Harris throws underneath. Caught by Chapman down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 14 for the big tight end. And the Ravens take a timeout. They have 1 left. It'll be 1st and 10 for Baltimore at the Steeler 22-yard line. Ravens trying to sneak in another score before halftime. First and 10, 5 wide for the Ravens. Harris in the shotgun. Marks in motion. Harris throws down the middle and it's picked off. Coming the other way, number 51, Ivory Whiteside, the rookie linebacker, picks it off for the Steelers. And the Ravens come up empty on that drive, and now the Steelers have a chance to either tie it up or take the lead before halftime. That was big, Evil Day. That's huge. Ivory Whiteside, the rookie out of Alabama A&M. And now Tony McAvenue comes back out to lead the offense. Let's see if the Steelers can capitalize. They have all 3 of their timeouts, only 40 seconds to work with. However, if they can get a field goal before halftime, they can tie this one up. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. They have it at their own 26-yard line. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue throws down the middle and threw it a bit behind his receiver. Looking for Eddie Terrell. The pass was off target. It'll be 2nd and 10, 37 seconds left in the half. Steelers come out. 4 wide once again. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue drops back, throws, tries to dump it off, and does to Kenneth Berry, the tight end, who only picks up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. And the Steelers immediately take a timeout. They have 2 left. 34 seconds left in the half. Pittsburgh, if you're going to tie this one up before halftime, you got to throw it downfield. You got to pick up some yardage here. Everybody in tight, single back. McAvenue in the shotgun, 3rd and 5. McAvenue back, throws, and it's overthrown. He tried to hit Mike Marshall out of the backfield. I believe, oh no, it was Eddie Terrell, I'm sorry. It'll be 4th and 5. The Steelers go 3 and out after intercepting it. They'll punt. Cody Meyer back to punt. 31 seconds left in the half. Meyer gets the punt away. From the 25-yard line. And not getting much more, number 87, Alan James, the rookie out of Colorado State. Ravens will start from their own 27, 23 seconds left here in the first half, up 10-7. We're almost at halftime in our AFC Wildcard playoff game. Ravens up 10-7. Baltimore comes out, 5 receivers wide. Empty backfield for Harris on 1st and 10. Marks in motion. Harris throws to Marks in the flat, turns upfield, and gets taken down for no gain. And I think Baltimore is just going to let the clock run out. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 26-yard line. They'll probably be content to go to the locker room here. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Baltimore 10, Pittsburgh 7, here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Acrisure Stadium, our AFC Wildcard playoff game here at Jammin' Sports. The Ravens lead the Steelers 10-7. And the Ravens will get the second half kickoff. There's the kick. Fielded at the 7-yard line, bringing it back. Number 87, Alan James, out to the 28-yard line, and that's where Baltimore will have it, up by 3. Ravens can make it a 2-possession game. The Steelers on defense are going to try to get a stop and get this ball back. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead on this Father's Day. Our AFC Wildcard quadruple header. We're in the second game of 4. 4 wide for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Exactly. They hand off to Marks. And Marks back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Ivory Whiteside is right there to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Ravens. Yeah, the Steelers had a great opening drive, but they haven't done squat since. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris throws, and it's caught by Griffin Wright out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for Baltimore. Our AFC wildcard playoffs. You know what? I have not. Text me a link. 4 wide, 3rd and 6. Harris in the gun. Harris looking. Harris steps up. And Harris out to the 29. He loses 3 yards on the sack. Thomas on the sack, number 94. Travis Thomas in his 5th year at Tennessee State. All right. And that's going to bring up 4th and 9. The Steelers get a much-needed stop on that drive. It remains a 10-7 ball game. This has turned into a defensive game. And now Henry Jackson back to punt for the Ravens in his 3rd year out of Mississippi State. They get the punt away. And that'll be fielded and fair caught at the 27-yard line by Brian Talbert, the 2nd year back out of Kentucky. And now Tony McAvenue comes back out to lead the offense for Pittsburgh. 6:31 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Ravens up 10-7. Pittsburgh would love to play the Raiders again. They beat the Raiders opening day in week 1. It was a big upset. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. McAvenue hands off to Marshall, and Marshall picks up 2 to the 29-yard line. The Steelers would play out at Vegas if they come back and win this game. That'd be the second game tomorrow. The first game tomorrow will be whoever the Jets play. 4 wide for the Steelers. McAvenue under center, 2nd and 8. Berry in motion. McAvenue hands off to Marshall. A gain of 2 yards out to the 31-yard line. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play the Raiders right now the way they're playing. I think they're the best team. To be honest with you, they're probably the best team in the league at the moment. 3rd and 6 from the 31-yard line. 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue back. McAvenue throws, and it's caught. Making the catch, Eddie Terrell out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 10, first down Pittsburgh. Terrell in his second year out of North Carolina State. I know you want to take the Jets, but they're a close second. First and 10 for the Steelers at their own 41-yard line. McAvenue back. McAvenue throws outside, and it's dropped by Talbert. Excuse me. It'll be 2nd and 10. 5 minutes. Excuse me. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Steelers come out in the offset eye. McAvenue under center. 2nd and 10. McAvenue looking. He's got time. He throws into the flat. Caught by Marshall out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 8. Coming up to make the tackle is the linebacker Taylor Clements in his second year out of Stanford. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 50-yard line. Under 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Steelers come out 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun, 3rd and 2. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws, caught underneath by Kenneth Berry, the tight end, out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 7, first down Pittsburgh. Steelers have a nice drive going on here. Benton Hall, the linebacker, on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun, 1st and 10. McAvenue throws, and it's a bit overthrown, looking for Berry. Broken up by Aaron Westbrook, the linebacker. Steelers are fortunate Westbrook didn't pick that off. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line of Baltimore. 4:12 left in the third quarter. Steelers come out 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws underneath to Berry, out to the 32. A gain of 11. First down Pittsburgh. Big ball sack. It's McAvenue. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. McAvenue in the shotgun, 1st and 10. McAvenue to Talbert, and Brian Talbert picks up 3 down to the 29-yard line. On the tackle, number 22 for the Ravens. That's Keyshawn Gray, the safety, in his 3rd year out of Tennessee State. 2nd and 7 from the 29-yard line. Been a nice Steeler drive so far in the I formation on 2nd down. McAvenue drops back, throws, dumps it off underneath to Eddie Terrell down to the 24-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Down to 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 5 wide for the Steelers, down 10-7. On 3rd and 2, McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue looking, throws quickly, and it's dropped. Ron Shanklin couldn't hold on. The 9th-year receiver out of Oregon State. It'll be 4th down. This will be a 41-yard field goal attempt for the Steelers. Garrett Brown will come on to try to tie the game up. No, the Steelers are going for it on 4th and 2. Okay, 5 wide. McAvenue throws outside. He had to come back for it. They give him forward progress, though, down to the 22-yard line. No, they didn't. It's a turnover on downs. They did not give him forward progress. He had to come back for it, lost the first down, and the tackle was made by Benton Hall. It's a turnover on downs. The Steelers come up empty again. That's the second time this game that's happened. Ravens up 10-7 here in the AFC Wildcard. 2:47 left in the third quarter. Ravens take over. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi. People that is the ball.
On 1st and 10. 5 wide, empty backfield. Marks in motion. Harris looking. Harris throws. Caught underneath by Maurice Taylor out to the 30-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. .227 left to play here in the third quarter in a defensive game. Ravens up 10-7, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Burns in motion. Harris drops back, throws downfield, caught. Making the catch, DeMarcus Dixon out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 12 and a Raven first down. The 5th-year receiver out of Air Force. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. I would have tied it up myself. Harris hands off to Marks. And Marks picks up 3 yards out to the 44-yard line. Eldon Burns on the tackle to bring up 2nd and 7. Second and 7 for Baltimore. 4 wide. Harris under center. Harris looking. Throws. Caught by Chapman down to the Steeler 49-yard line. A gain of 6. Denard Chapman. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for Baltimore at the Steeler 49. 1:05 and counting here in the third quarter. Ravens come out. Harris in the shotgun on 3rd and 1. Chapman in motion. Harris to Marks, and Marks, does he have the first down? Yes. They gave it to him. He got the yard. First down, Baltimore at the Steeler 48. Powers made a nice tackle there. Tyson Powers, the 7th-year defensive end out of Alabama, but they mark him with a first down. 1st and 10, Baltimore. They come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Harris to Marks. And Marks will get hit for a loss of a yard as Ivory Whiteside, the linebacker, comes in and makes the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd and 11 at the Steeler 49. Coming up on the end of the quarter here. Will they get the playoff in time? No. At the end of 3, Ravens up 10-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Acrisure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We go to the fourth quarter. 2nd and 11 for the Ravens at the Steeler 49. Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Marks, and Marks gets hit for a loss. A loss of 6. On the tackle, Cameron Hayward, the defensive end, in his 12th year out of Ohio State. It's going to bring up 3rd and 17 for the Ravens. 5 wide for Baltimore at their own 45-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. 3rd and 17. Harris back. Harris looking. He's got time. Rolls out. And now it breaks down. He gets sacked. Back at the 39-yard line. James Brand, the linebacker, in his 7th year out of Chattanooga. A loss of 6 more. It'll be 4th and 23. Nice defensive stop by Pittsburgh. And the Ravens are going to have to punt. Henry Jackson will come on to punt. It remains a 10-7 ball game. That was our score at halftime. And now back to punt. Henry Jackson gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 15-yard line by Talbert. And now the Steelers will take over. 7:03 left in regulation. Ravens up 10-7 in what has turned into a defensive game. Let's see if Pittsburgh's offense can finally get something going. We'll have Detroit at San Francisco next. We'll head out to Levi Stadium for that one. 1st and 10 for the 15-yard line. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue throws, caught by Berry, and Kenneth Berry out to the 20-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. 6:50 and counting. The Steelers need to come away with at least a field goal here. On 2nd and 6, 5 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue drops back. McAvenue in trouble. He's going to get sacked back at the 12-yard line. A loss of 7. On the sack is Kevin Riddick, the 9th-year defensive end out of Dayton. And now it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Steelers back at the 12-yard line. 6:25 and counting. Steelers need a big conversion right here. Steelers come out 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun. 3rd and 13. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws underneath. Caught by Berry, well shy of the first down. He only picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 6. And now the Steelers are going to have to punt. That was not a good play call. 4th and 6 from the 19-yard line. Cody Meyer back to punt. 5:47 and counting. It's up to the Steeler defense again. There's the punt. And this will be fielded at about the 32-yard line. Brought out to the 35 by Allen James. 1st and 10 Ravens at their own 35. What the Steelers need, Evil Dead, is a turnover in the worst way right about now. Ravens up 10-7. The defending Super Bowl champions. They're up by 3 in this AFC wildcard game. 4 wide, 1st and 10. Harris in the shotgun. Chapman in motion. Harris looking. Harris going to take off. And Harris slides at the 41-yard line. A gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. 5:25 and counting. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris in the gun from their own 41-yard line. Burns in motion. He fakes it to Burns. Throws downfield. He's got a man. Griffin Wright found a seam in the zone all the way down to the 28-yard line. 31 yards to Griffin Wright. First down, Baltimore. Ravens trying to get the upset here in the opening round of the playoffs. I don't know really how much of an upset it is. Both teams are 8-8. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Harris in the gun. Harris fakes the handoff. Throws outside. And the receiver was out of bounds. No, he was not. They said he was inbounds. A gain of 6. How is he inbounds? That was Denard Chapman, the tight end. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 22. He looked way out of bounds to me. 5 wide or 4 wide. 2nd and 4 from the 22. Harris in the gun. Harris looking. Harris throws down the middle. And it's caught by Lawrence Burns down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 13 yards and another Baltimore first down. Be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. On first and goal, Harris in the gun. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. And Marks, no gain. The Steelers are right there. It'll be second and goal from the 9. Samson Aaron came up, made the tackle. The fifth-year defensive back out of Arizona State. It'll be second and goal from the 9. 4 minutes left in regulation. Ravens up 10-7. They have the ball. If they were to score a touchdown, to put them up by 2 scores. Second and goal from the 9. 4 wide for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun. Harris to Marks. And Marks goes down. No gain. Cam Hayward on the tackle. It'll be third and goal from the 9-yard line. Ravens trying to earn a date against the Jets tomorrow night. Third and goal from the 9. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking. Harris throws, and it's knocked down. Nice play by Aaron. Samson Aaron knocks it down. And now Baltimore will have to settle for 3. It'll put them up by 6. It'll keep it a one-possession game. Rob Belton will come on. And this will be a 26-yard field goal attempt to put the Ravens up by 6. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Steeler defense keeps it a one-possession game. But now the Steelers need a touchdown. 3:15 left to play. Baltimore up 13-7. Belton will tee it up. Let's see if the Steelers offense can drive down the field and get a touchdown. Jackson will actually kick off. This will be fielded at the 6-yard line. Bringing it back is Eddie Terrell. And Terrell brings it back out to the 27-yard line. And that's where the Steelers will have it, first and 10. 3:11 left. McAvenue comes back out to lead the offense. Pittsburgh basically in 4-down territory now. They need a touchdown. Down 13-7. We have the Lions and the 49ers up next. Steelers come out 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun. Single back. Now they shift. Still going to end up being 4 wide. They just go to opposite sides. McAvenue looking. McAvenue throws, dumps it off, caught by Eddie Terrell. Out to the 36, a gain of 9. It'll bring up second and 1. We're coming up on 3 minutes left to play in regulation. Ravens up 13-7. Second and 1 for the Steelers. They come out 4 wide. McAvenue under center. McAvenue fakes the handoff, throws, and it's caught by Mike Marshall out of the backfield, out to the 43. A gain of 7 more. First and 10 Steelers at their own 43-yard line. 2:28 and counting. Steelers come out. McAvenue in the shotgun, first and 10. And now they shift. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. A flag is down. The Ravens are offsides. Free play for the Steelers. They get it out to Terrell. Now let's sort out the penalty. Yeah, the Ravens jumped offsides. They'll take the penalty. They only got about 2 yards on the play. They'll take the penalty.
Still first down.
It'll be first and 5 for the Steelers at their own 48. 4 wide. McAvenue in the shotgun. 2:07 left. McAvenue looking. Throws. He got tipped at the line. Incomplete. Aaron Westbrook, the linebacker, tips it at the line. And that'll bring up second and 5. They'll stop the clock with 2:05 left. We'll probably have the 2-minute warning after this play. 4 wide for the Steelers. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue draws back. Looking, throws, and Barry can't hold on. He was well covered by Isaac Young, the fifth-year safety out of West Virginia. And that'll stop the clock with 2:01 left. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Steelers at their own 48. 4 wide for Pittsburgh. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue looking, throws, and he overthrew his receiver. As we hit the 2-minute warning, he tried to hit Eddie Terrell coming across the middle. Here at Acrisure Stadium, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our AFC Wildcard playoff game here at Jammin' Sports. Ravens up 13-7. Steelers going for it on 4th and 5. They have failed on their previous 2 4th down conversions this game. 5 wide, empty backfield. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue back. McAvenue throws. Caught this time by Berry. They pick up the first down out to the 38-yard line. 14 yards, first down Pittsburgh, and they take a timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. Ravens up 13-7. Pittsburgh has it 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 38-yard line. They need a touchdown to take the lead. They still have 2 timeouts left. McAvenue the shotgun, 1st and 10. McAvenue looking. He's got time, and he got hit as he threw. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:48 left. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the Raven 38-yard line. This has definitely been a defensive game. 4 wide for the Steelers. McAvenue in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. McAvenue looking. McAvenue still looking. He's going to throw it deep down the middle. It's picked. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, that could have ended the game right there. Darius Smith nearly picked it off. He dropped it. The 5th-year defensive back out of Wisconsin. That's huge. Now it's 3rd and 10 for the Steelers. 4 wide for Pittsburgh. McAvenue in the shotgun. 3rd and 10. McAvenue looking. It's a blitz. They get it out to Talbert. And Talbert out to the 32. A gain of 5. It'll be 4th and 5. That was a quick flick of a throw by McAvenue to get it out to Talbert. They salvaged something out of nothing. It'll be 4th down. They got to go for it. Clock is moving. 1:20 left. 4 wide for the Steelers. 4th and 5. McAvenue back to throw. McAvenue throws. Gets it out to Terrell. Turns upfield. Eddie Terrell down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 26 yards and a Steeler first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 6. And the Steelers take a timeout with 1:08 left. Great route, great throw, great catch on 4th and 5. Darius Smith on the tackle for Baltimore. 1st and goal, Steelers now at the Ravens 6-yard line. Ravens up 13-7. Steelers trying to take the lead here. 4 wide, McAvenue in the shotgun, 1st and goal. McAvenue back. He's got time, just a 3-man rush. Boy, he's got all day. Somebody get open. Throws, and Terrell drops it. He worked his way open, but dropped it in the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal back at the 6-yard line. 55 seconds left. The Steelers need a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. 5 wide for Pittsburgh. 2nd and goal from the 6. McAvenue in the shotgun. McAvenue takes the snap. Throws underneath. Caught by Berry. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenneth Berry at the goal line. A 6-yard touchdown catch. The big tight end in his 3rd year out of Nevada. And Pittsburgh has tied it up. Boy, McAvenue threw a dart between 2 linebackers. And now Garrett Brown will kick the extra point. I'm thinking they may have left too much time on the clock. All the Ravens are going to need is a field goal. Garrett Brown for the PAT. Kick is up. And it's good. Steelers lead it 14-13. in the AFC Wildcard playoff game with 52 seconds left. The Ravens still have all 3 of their timeouts, and all Baltimore needs is a field goal. This one is far from over. Easy for me to say. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead here at Acrisure Stadium. Garrett Brown will kick off from the 6-yard line. On the return, this is Alan James out to the 29-yard line. The Ravens need to go about 40 yards. They have all 3 of their timeouts. 48 seconds left. If the Ravens want any shot at repeating, they've got to get a score here in the last 48 seconds. Pittsburgh trying to hang on. 4 wide for the Ravens. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Harris looking. Harris throws, and it's caught by Griffin Wright. Out to the 35, a gain of 6. Ravens take a timeout. They have 2 left. 44 seconds left. Well, they still need about 35 yards. Ravens come out 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun on 2nd and 4. Harris draws back. Harris looking. Throws down the middle, and it's caught by Maurice Taylor all the way out to the Steeler 45-yard line. 20 yards. The Ravens take a timeout with 38 seconds left. Now they're at the Steeler 45. Now they need about 12 to 15 more yards to get into field goal range. Four wide for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Harris draws back. Throws, and it's caught. Lawrence Burns down to the 31-yard line. And Pittsburgh took a timeout to conserve time. It's their final timeout. It would be a 48-yard field goal from here. 1st and 10, Baltimore at the Steeler 31. Baltimore trying to rip this one away in the final seconds. Harris in the shotgun, 4 receivers wide. 1st and 10 for the Steeler 31, trying to get closer. Harris draws back. Harris looking. Harris steps up, throws. Wide open. Number 82, DeMarcus Dixon down to the 5-yard line. A gain of 26. And Baltimore takes their final timeout with 26 seconds left. Now it's a 22-yard field goal attempt. Steelers need a turnover in the worst way. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and goal from the 5. Harris looking. Harris throws underneath. Caught by Burns. Only picks up 2 to the 3-yard line. Clock is running. Neither team has a timeout. Baltimore will probably line up for the field goal right now. They got to rush out there. And they run out of time. They didn't have enough time. And the Steelers escape with a win. The Ravens had no timeouts. Your final score, Pittsburgh 14, Baltimore 13. The Steelers advance. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Lions and the 49ers up next. We'll see you then.